Okay, 22-35, good luck. So we've not played before, we have no head-to-head score there. 12,000 games for opponent, that's very impressive. 2,300 in rapid, so strong at my level. You normally do this and this when you're just playing a traditional reti. I say it is 5-minute blitz, not 3 minutes, so no need to go too silly fast. Now I know d4 is a good principled move, but do we do it? It does restrict our bishop a little bit, but it is supposed to be the best line for white. Okay, I'm going to develop the knight and challenge that. We're probably going to see f5, I would guess, at some point. Or is he going to trade the knights off? Okay, let's see if he does. Do we try and advance? e3 is probably much more natural. Let's just go the more natural move, but my rook could get a bit restricted. We're inviting this, aren't we? I'm going to push up just so if the bishop drops back we can develop. But e5 I can't really stop it. Goes that way, okay. I'm going to play knight forward. I don't think he'll take, but he might do. Yeah, but no, I thought I could try and take here. Maybe it doesn't work. Let's push the pawn on. My queen's going to have to develop at some point to challenge this knight. Knight over there is no good, I don't think. Let's come back and just try and challenge these squares. Dare we actually take at some point? It just opens trouble up, doesn't it? Okay. I think we come across now and challenge that bishop. Right, you can imagine if the knight jumps around there, that's a bit of a technical problem, but let's try and do it and challenge that bishop. I might end up with a queen on g2, that wouldn't be very pleasant, but there might be nothing we can do to avoid it. Okay, he doesn't play c5, so he's gone brute force attack. So up, takes, that can't be any good. Up, knight down, can't be any good. Let's just push the pawn here. I'm trying to find some way to create some sort of counterplay when I don't really see any. So I'm wondering whether I can do this. Let's play knight up so we can try and pretend to drop back. But this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? So, again, here you've still got this. Here you've still got this. Knight down, you've got this. But then at least I've got pawn up, right? Play knight down and up and hope I'm not blundering. If I am, it's just blitz chess. Rook's not doing practically anything. Well, that was a move I missed actually, but if I go across, you've got rook takes, that's no good. If I go there, queen down wins on the spot. Oh, actually, I suppose I could drop back. That's a point, actually. If you come down, I just drop the knight back. Ah, I've missed the fact that he's got knight over. I've seen it now. I thought I just dropped back, because it's my only move to avoid mate, but you've just got the simple knight across. Rook over takes, check across. So we have to move. I'm committed now, there's nothing much I can do. Although, yeah, I was threatening to take there. You can check and force the queen off one way or another. But I'll probably just play king up and let him do the taking. And my king gets advanced, my rook stays where it is. So let's advance. Stops the black rook getting around the back too easily. We can start marching forward. We need to challenge this c file. Yeah, he blasts it straight away. Let's take. So I'm going to play rook up and hit the pawn and try and bring the rook across. And maybe march the king forward. As silly as it seems, it could be something. So let's come across, hit the pawn. And I'm just going to try and march the king forward, I think. Okay, he pushes. I guess we take there. Now, are we in time to grab a pawn? Let's do it. My king can come back over as well as forward, so Let's try and come back down, as long as I've got my rook there. I guess he's got rook down, but maybe pawn up, king across. So I assume I need to come back here. I don't think I'm in time for king down, but am I? King down stops rook in. What does he do to then stop rook back? Maybe I am. Let's come down. We stop this. Oh, he's just got rook right down. I've blundered it. Rook right down. Oh, mind you, I suppose I take. Rook takes, king takes, rook takes, and then I've got rook up. Rook back, and I can repeat. So what's he done? Across. Now I can't keep this, can I? So I'm going to be left a pawn down, but at least we get rid of his danger. I can't go up and win that one anyway, so we just try and take here. Wait, but now I can check. Either block, trade, king over. Let's play king across first. I've got to deal with this pawn. Paralyzed position without doing this. Obviously now we might have to come back. We take, so now we can take. So now our king can tuck away, ideally behind f4 rather than in front of f4. Okay, so we've got that option. So let's tuck our king in and hope we can just get behind this pawn at some point. It's one of them positions that's kind of a theoretical draw, but it's hard to actually achieve in reality. But I can check and get behind any time. I think I check here and maybe king forward. I'll get behind first. Okay. So here, am I in time for a check? I'll just check anyway, why not? Just drive the king back. What I want to do is try and pick up a pawn if I can. Check if he goes back, I can push, right? Rook check down. He has to be a little bit careful to pay attention. So I'm threatening pawn up. I'm trying to grab this pawn and then come back, eventually hope to sack the rook. That's what I'm trying for. At some point, I suspect he'll gamble or it's just a draw. And again, I'm trying to play the same idea. And we get a draw. Very good. Well done, though. Well, let's put it through the engine and see how we actually played that. So we've got 60 moves. They're the move times for both players. It's one of them positions that's kind of a theoretical draw, but it's often easier said than done. But it is, yeah, completely flatline level in engine language. All the way through there. Wow. So we have been worse here. We've blundered and then our opponent's blundered it back to level. And then it's just completely flatline level. From this point onwards, it's a draw. So it's normal out of the opening until here. And we blundered it with the knight back. We should have just dropped the rook back to the back rank and we're still basically level. So that was a losing blunder in effect. 1.2. Knight back is actually the losing blunder. -5. Then we drop back. Still -5 here. The engine is saying just ignore it and push the pawn, and presumably there's some other way to sack the breakthrough. Okay, that's quite a difficult one to see, isn't it? F4, then knight takes, so it makes a difference having given up that pawn. Queen takes. Now the difference is I don't have the option to step up, and I'm actually losing a rook. That's the difference. If I step up now, you've got the rook checks from behind. And if I move, you've got queen takes. And if I take, rook takes. If I step this way, you win the rook. And if I step this way, you check with the other rook and win the rook. So that's why that was. So we both just missed that. Other than that blunder, which was a losing blunder, from this point on, it's then both played very well. And it's 0.0 level. But yeah, that was good to know there. So obviously, I was basically lost there. Got a bit lucky. So figures 93% each, CPL 14 and 15. So a bit lucky though.